And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just... Well, guys, great vision. David, thank you. Clark, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Ferguson in at the 3. And for the Spurs, DeRozan out there with Lyles. Then there's Murray. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Paul with the ball. No good on his first attempt of the game. Right side, DeRozan. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Just 5 to shoot. Gallinari down low. Aldridge on him. Adams trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Murray surveying the D. The shot's good.
Well, you look at Murray's development of his inside game. Boy, a nice finish that time. The better he is there, I think the better he'll be overall.
Now here's Paul. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Adams down low. Aldridge on him. Good on the bucket. Adams has got his second basket of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Murray against Paul. Murray outside. DeRozan in the corner. Clock at 4. Pulls up on the wing. Doesn't go that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And he can't get the first one. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
And the second free throw, good. And San Antonio has possession. They trail by 3. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And, you know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Forbes. And here is Lyles. Outside DeRozan. The pass to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Over Adams. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Lyles. Back to Murray. Outside DeRozan. To stop the run. Paul grabs the board.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Ferguson for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. 7-point differential. Forbes the pass to Lyles. San Antonio again missing. Here's Paul. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
The craftiness of Paul really on display everywhere, but especially inside and forcing defenders to commit fouls on it.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
Free throw, good, Paul.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that. Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
Now here's Paul. Shoots over Lyles. And it's Paul missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And we are talking about Chris Paul and his assist totals. His career numbers, Clark, are among the elite.
Yeah, they are. And it's clear. He's been outstanding for a long time. But he admits that he doesn't think he'll catch the record of John Stockton. But if he can stay healthy for a few more seasons, there's a really good chance he could end up in the top 5 all-time in assists.
Murray, no good. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 13-4 run.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
First one falls for him.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
Adams' shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here is Forbes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Now here's Murray. Back to Lyles. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Aldridge trying to break free. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 15-6 run. Out to the right wing. Ferguson for three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside DeRozan. Shoots the three. They get it again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Gallinari.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat. He doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. White the pass to Bellinelli. Gay outside. DeRozan with it. Diallo's there. They get it back. Goes back up. No good at the rim.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in there.
Some data for White. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Now Muscala passes it to Diallo. Clock at 6. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bellinelli is covering. He gets it in there.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's White. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tries from 16.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
Pass to Muscala. The fadeaway. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And you could just see the foot speed was an issue for the defender there as he just sails in for the layup.
First personal foul.
The Spurs have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
You know, after suffering a devastating Achilles tendon injury during the 16-17 season, Gay has bounced back really well. I mean, has quietly become a much better outside shooter, too.
Beasley passes to Muscala. Shot clock at 6. Diallo finds Muscala. From deep three-point range, and it's Schroeder missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Now, here's Bellinelli. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Aldridge misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Assisted by
Now here's White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
The pass to Gay. Pirtle, high post. Back to White. 6 to shoot. Tries again. And it's laid in by Aldridge. 8 points for him.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of activity on the offensive glass that makes Aldridge special.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Started closer.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, it's just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you've heard the saying on death and taxes. The San Antonio Spurs might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years. And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Pass to Muscala. Dishes it to Schroeder. Shoots over Mills. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his second bucket. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Mills. On the wing, Bellinelli. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pirtle. It's rebounded by Schroeder. The Thunder leading by 14. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Mills. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Derek White. And it's Pirtle in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on both.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Gay.
Yeah, it's important for Gay to be able to finish in traffic. I mean, he's so much better when he shows some physicality and toughness.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Muscala. Schroeder outside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. You were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
That one misses for Schroeder. Spurs trail by 13. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Gay. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Some solid defense from Gay.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Releases from 15. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Passes it to Pirtle. Here is Forbes, defended by Paul, and Mills kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Mills. And Adams sends it back. Here's Paul. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, for a small guy, you got to respect how calm Paul is inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anybody, but he's got to be crafty and clever to do so. Good display of patience there.
Here's Gay, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Gallinari. For San Antonio, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Rudy Gay. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
San Antonio with the ball. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Ball surveying the floor. To the middle. Stolen by Gay. Outside DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
You know, they'll put the ball in DeRozan's hands and run the pick and roll all day long. He's phenomenal at getting good shots in that set.
Gallinari passes to Ferguson. Back to Gallinari. And the pass to Ferguson. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. No good there.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Oh,
my goodness! That was special. Put that one on the highlight reel. Gay throwing it down with authority.
Mills with the steal. One-on-one here. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, the Thunder.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
And he makes the first. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. No good on the second free throw.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
To the paint. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Adams. Banked in off the glass. Adams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Paul against Murray. Clock at 6. Tipped away. From about 16, that one wide left.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
DeRozan with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And that one's good by Gay. Here's Paul. Pass to Ferguson. Gallinari outside. And the jumper is on the mark. And the Thunder lead by 7.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Rudy Gay. Inside, Lyles passes it to Murray. Five on the clock. In the corner, it's Aldridge. A second chance effort. Paul grabs the board. Paul's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder, and he banks in the layup. And now it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Shots good by Lyles.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Pass to Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. It's good. DeRozan's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Schroeder against Aldridge. With the floater, and it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in. He's got 10.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Murray outside. No good on the shot. Adams, some nice D.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now Paul. 8 points for him. Back to Schroeder. Here's the 3. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Right wing. Paul, no one around him. And it's Adams on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 13.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Back to Murray. Aldridge down low. 4 on the clock. And they get it. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, I love seeing Aldridge be assertive. I mean, so good at using his body and his length to take advantage on the glass.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Well, what an opportunistic defender Murray is. His ball-hawking nature serving him well there.
The Thunder leading by 8. To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Now let's see the stat sheet here on Chris Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. First free throw is good. And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Lyles. And it's Bellinelli in for Murray. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Spurs trail by 10. White looking around. Bellinelli passes to White. Just 5 on the clock. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Nice shot by Poeltl.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
To the wing on the left. Here's Paul. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And good that time. White's got 7 points in the game.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Paul passes to Baisley. Feeds it to Muscala. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. For Oklahoma City, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. That's good from Muscala. Both good from the line that time.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Now here's White. He has 7. Here's DeRozan. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a...
Spurs trail by 6. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot. The Spurs have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throws good, Lyles. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. A floater. Bucket is good. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
You know, Chris Paul will get his points any way he can. I mean, that's his aggressive nature. CP3, if it means handling contact, he's ready for it.
And here is Lyles. 6 to shoot. The pass to Forbes. From deep three-point range, Ferguson with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot will not fall. Aldridge with some nice D. Spurs trail by 6, and Forbes has it in the corner. Pass to Lyles. Three-pointer on the way, but they recover it.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Charity stripe shot. Up again, and it's Adams on the follow. 10 points for him.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Murray the pass to Aldridge. And Forbes kicks to Murray. Passes to Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. San Antonio again missing.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
The first one falls.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Fades away. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Thunder have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And some changes here for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Lyles. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now here's Mills, defended by Paul. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Shoots from the right block. Second chance shot. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Aldridge.
Watch out now. When Aldridge gets into a rhythm, he's fantastic at staying aggressive and getting to his spots.
Floats one. Basket counts. 14 points for Chris Paul.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
DeRozan finds Mills. Shot from the wing. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Mills.
Nothing to think about there with DeRozan. I mean, the quick trigger, just catch it and shoot it.
Paul with the ball. He's got 14. Out to the right wing. Ferguson for three.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
What a banner night for Rudy Gay. Lighting it up.
The Thunder leading by 10. Paul outside. Here's the lob to Adams. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And that one is good. DeRozan's got 14 points.
Well, that's a signature move from DeRozan, guys. Gets up ahead of steam, then finishes strong. Boy, I like that aggressiveness.
Ferguson kicks to Gallinari. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside DeRozan. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gallinari surveying the D. He's off on that one. Aldridge with some nice D.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Schroeder. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
That's good from Gay. The Spurs making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. And he makes both free throws. The Thunder leading by 7. Schroeder passes to Gallinari. Here's Baisley. Gallinari down low. Bellinelli is covering. Schroeder kicks to Diallo. Just 4 to shoot. Over White. Diallo no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Mills. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Hey, look at Hurdle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Schroeder looking around. Over Mills. That one rolling around and rims out. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside, White. Pass to Gay. Over Diallo. Gay can't get it to go.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Now the pass to Mills. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own peril.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. And Gallinari kicks to Diallo. Bellinelli against Gallinari. It's stolen by Bellinelli. White left side. And White slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And you can't fall asleep on Gay, even for a second. When you do, he's as high there for the alley-oop.
Gallinari against Bellinelli. That one a little long.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Diallo. Mills passes to Bellinelli. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Pass to Muscala. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. And it's Gay with the rebound. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And White kicks to Pirtle. Back to White. Passes it to Gay. Now Bellinelli. He's got 8. For the lead. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
A different look now for San Antonio. Trey Lyles checked in for Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. On the wing, Bellinelli. Gallinari covering. Lyles passes to Murray. Shot clock at 5. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Murray. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. White is out there with Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Bellinelli in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Diallo, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Murray outside. Good on the shot. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Lyles kicks to Murray. Pass to Bellinelli to take the lead. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see.
And it's DeRozan in for Bellinelli. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams comes in for Muscala. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Gallinari. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
White the pass to Murray. To the middle. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Sometimes that's all you can do against Aldridge. Be aggressive, be physical, body him up, even if you have to foul him.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for San Antonio.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
That free throw, no good. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And he's good on the second.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered closely, 6 on the shot clock, and there's another one for the Thunder. For San Antonio, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. There's the pass to Forbes. Lyles with it. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's the lob to Adams. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. To the paint. The fader. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Beasley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Yep, that one goes.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Pass to Ferguson. Adams against Aldridge. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Murray. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Spurs trail by 6. The pass to Forbes. Lyles with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Aldridge. It's not going to go for him. Adams, some nice D. Guys, this offense very effective.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Murray. Shot to stop the run. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys. DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
That one misses for Murray. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Pass to Aldridge. Back to Murray. Floats one up, and it's blocked.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's DeRozan. Ferguson with the rebound. Ferguson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio, down by 12. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Adams against Aldridge. Clock at 6. That one drops for him.
You know, sometimes there's just nothing you can do to bother Aldridge. A fantastic score, and he stays locked in, too.
Paul against Murray. Now here's Paul. T right on him. Baisley. Here's Ferguson. And again with the rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And he gets it back. Here's Baisley. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Passes it to DeRozan. He kicks to Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. Pass to Murray. Down low. Shoots over Adams. And Adams sends it back.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Hall finds Adams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. DeRozan's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Paul with the steal, and now a fast break for the Thunder. And laid in to finish the break. Paul's got 10 points in just the second half.
Whenever CP3 gets his hands on the ball, you know he's going to turn it up court right away. He loves initiating the break.
Here's DeRozan, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Paul against Murray. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. From 15 feet away, that shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Goes back up. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Aldridge.
That's just sheer weight room from Aldridge there. Didn't allow the defense to get the best of it.
Inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup off target. For the Spurs, this one's not looking good. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Thunder. Murray dishes to DeRozan. Aldridge trying to break free. DeRozan's shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Looking to end his cold spell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. That free throw good from Gallinari. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Murray outside. A floater. That's tipped. Here's Paul. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 20.
Paul can score in bunches and do it efficiently. So once he knows he's in that zone, that makes him all the more willing to do things himself.
Here's DeRozan, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And that's 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. Murray against Paul. And they double up Paul. Kicks to Adams. To the wing right side. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Adams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And 1:01 left in the game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Oklahoma City.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3. And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Steven Adams.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
So it's San Antonio now. It's a 13-point game. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Bellinelli with the 3. It's hauled in by Diallo. The pass to Burton. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if you can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.